Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of XAM Talk. It's been quite a while, so I hope I'm doing this right. Um, yeah, we haven't done a podcast in 6 weeks, so here we are.
Yeah, you can thank me for that.
Yeah,
But
everybody
not on purpose,
that
though.
everybody that was wondering, this is all on cam.
School's just been horrible, but
Yeah.
the good thing is that the podcast will be a lot more consistent after I finish up this semester, which is going to end in December. So that's the good thing.
That
It's
is
only
true.
2 more months. So
We're almost on the 1-year anniversary,
wow.
and we don't even have 20 episodes.
Yeah, we push out episodes so inconsistently, but hopefully we can get on a schedule.
I hope.
Yeah, hopefully.
I had someone comment thinking you were dead.
I mean, shoot. You would have thought the podcast was dying the way that we just kind of stopped making them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I'm not dead. Just school is kidnapped me. That's how you could put it.
School is
It's been taken up. Yep, exactly.
You've been taken by college.
Just everything is taking my time, taking my energy, just everything.
I know that there's a movie about like a college that like kidnapped their students or whatever. I have no clue what it was called.
Why'd they kidnap the students though?
I honestly don't remember. I saw this movie like 8 years ago. I saw it once, and then like whenever I look it up, nothing comes up. So I don't even know what I truly saw, to be honest. I just know it exists out there somewhere, and if anybody knows what it is, I'd like to know.
Yeah, me too. I definitely would want to check that out.
But well, nonetheless, we are here for this episode of the podcast. You might be wondering what's going on today. Well, truth be told, I'm just telling you all these stories that I have from the past 6 weeks. Because the past 6 weeks...
Honestly, just call the podcast Storytime.
Storytime, yeah.
Storytime, just a bunch of stories.
Because the past 6 weeks has been nuts. Well, this episode was supposed to be about preference when we planned it out 6 weeks ago. But we'll push that to next episode, whenever that is.
Yep.
You know, in
we want to make this a juicy episode.
Yeah. 6 weeks from now, we'll talk about the preference one, probably. Who knows? But well, I mean, let's get started. First thing off the bat, I remember a couple of days after we promised the episode, a certain somebody got engaged.
Wait, who? Oh yeah,
that happened.
That's right.
2 days after we started talking about it on the pod, and I said something sus at the end of the last episode. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I forgot too.
But it was something about I remember. It was so bad I censored her name. And I don't usually censor her name.
Hey, man.
It was something sus, I tell you. But so yeah, she got engaged, and honestly, I felt like I died.
I mean, at this point, I just expected like they're gone. Because honestly, a lot of these people, we just don't speak to them. I can't really find a way to speak to them. Have you really been able to speak to? I mean, I guess when we talked to them on Snapchat, that kind of was doing that. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because ever since school ended, just haven't been talking to anybody from school. Honestly, can't get a hold of them most times. But
yeah,
I've kind of moved on past the girls from school, to be honest.
It's been hard, yeah. I agree. I'm not looking for like anything with any of them anymore.
Not there. Just gotta expand. I mean, I don't even know where else to look though. And I think what's it called? Recently, another thing happened with Tinder, right? Was it Tinder that you were?
Oh yeah.
You couldn't get unbanned or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember. But.
So I tried to get unbanned. I even sent them a picture of my ID and whatever. because,
That's crazy.
well, here's the story. I think I've said this before, but I didn't tell the part of me trying to appeal it because this happened like 4 weeks ago or whatever. So it's hard to believe that was 4 weeks ago too. It feels like it just happened. But
Right.
I tried to appeal the ban, which apparently you can't even do, truly, because they didn't care. Um, because basically what happened is last year I made a Tinder. I think I think it was the day after my birthday when I turned 18 or on my birthday or whatever. So
Mm.
in June of last year I was banned. So 4 weeks ago I tried to appeal it by sending my ID a picture of it, and they didn't care. They're like, who cares? So I'm like permanently banned from it unless I change my phone number, and it's so
Wow.
stupid. Like,
I mean, I was actually gonna bring up another topic, but that's we could probably save it for another episode, and that's online dating versus, just like face to face, like meeting someone just living around you.
oh yeah,
Which one do we think is better?
that could easily be an episode.
Yeah, because I actually was just talking about this the other day, and yeah, we're gonna say that for the next episode. But I do think that's an interesting topic for sure, because man,
Yeah,
it's one of the main reasons why we're still looking. So we got to talk about it.
we've been trying this online thing for too long. It just doesn't work.
It, yeah,
It just sucks. I mean, I've been using Bumble. Bumble sucks. I haven't paid money for Bumble Premium. It still sucks.
there was like only one app that I used, and that one, because this was when I was like what 17, I think maybe. Wow, it's been that long, bro.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, like so I couldn't really use many apps because what would happen is I think I first tried to do Tinder, but I did the mistake where I put in under 18, and then there was like whatever the other popular one is. There's Tinder, and I think it might be Bumble. I think I was able to use that one, but there wasn't really that many options on there. I wasn't getting anything. Um, or I think that's why you brought up Bumble Premium, because don't you run out after a certain time? Like you can't like swipe anymore or
Some,
something like that.
yeah, something like that. But
All I know is that
it's
yeah,
just easier.
it wasn't working out.
Yeah, it's just easier with the premium. It's
Yeah, and I'm not that down bad, bro. I'm not doing that.
it's so dumb too. Like you say, oh, see who's already liked you if you upgrade to Bumble Premium, and it says that 2 people liked me. But I mean, I don't think I'm concerned anymore
Yeah, I mean it's yeah, no,
because like
not paying money for that.
maybe paying money for Tinder would be worth it. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people find success on there, but like
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
yeah,
know. I don't know.
but yeah, you were telling a story about Melissa, I think, or you were just bringing it up. I don't know if
I
there's
was
more
just
to the
bringing up.
story.
I know that yeah, she got engaged or whatever a while back. Um,
Mm.
that's really all there is to it. Like I felt pretty
Yeah,
bad. I felt pretty bad for 5 minutes, and then I was like, okay, I don't care.
yeah, it's just one of those things. Like it's whatever. It's like when someone like you've been interested in. I mean, no, that kind of hurts a little different. Someone you've been interested in, they just randomly get with somebody out of nowhere, and it's a problem mainly because you've already been talking to them, but they didn't go after you. They went after someone else. So it's like,
Yeah, I mean it's not
I mean,
fun.
but how long has she even been with this dude though? Because I've never seen her post anybody.
I think maybe a month,
A
and then
month?
they were together like a month, and he proposed, and now they're engaged.
What?
I mean, let's not focus on the fact that she's 19, and honestly, you shouldn't get married before 25. If I'm being honest.
I mean, right? I don't really see. That's yeah, definitely
When
minimum.
when did your parents get married? Do you know?
They got married around the age of 30, I believe. No, no, no.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, it was 30 because yeah, they had us soon after.
30. Yeah, mine got
Yeah.
married at 20 or something. didn't work out, but that
yeah, I
that's
mean,
that's why I say that you just shouldn't get married that young. You just
I
shouldn't.
definitely agree. It's not something you should rush into. If you really
No.
don't see yourself being with that person, that's why you date to marry. You don't just kind of hop into like what she did. I don't think that was a smart decision. They're
I
with each other for a month, and then he proposes to her, and she accepts. So now they're engaged. Now they're not, but
I
they're not
completely
like,
agree.
yeah,
Like um Elizabeth, my friend Elizabeth also. This is also something I have to say. I I think I said on the last episode that she got engaged. I have a lot of friends that
she
get
got
engaged.
engaged.
Yeah, Elizabeth got
What?
engaged. Well, here's the part that I have not told you yet. I said that last episode that Elizabeth got engaged. Right now, here's the breaking news update. They're no longer going to get married, and they're no longer even a couple. You see why you shouldn't
Man,
do this stupid stuff?
dude. How long have they been together before they got engaged?
I I didn't even she was a lesbian and then she wasn't. So like I I think like 3 days or something. I mean I don't know.
Man,
I don't know, man.
yeah, I think these just don't rush into it. That's the only thing I can say. And this is what we're not missing out on, right? We're not having to deal with this. And it's good because we're not just going for anybody. We're not really just settling for anybody, right?
This is true.
Because there's definitely people who could have settled for, but you know, um, yeah, you just don't force this stuff. It's not a joke, especially when you're trying to like me and you. We got careers that we're planning to, you know, deeply engage in. So we have like someone who's just kind of causing problems and distractions. It's not going to work, especially if it's something like getting engaged and then trying to make that work out and whatnot. It's nah, bro.
Yeah,
It's got to be worth the time.
I have no time, to get engaged or have kids in the next 5 years.
Nah,
I gotta
definitely not
I gotta
kids either.
push my foot to the floor, and just gas all the way and like be successful.
Mm,
That's like
exactly.
in my personal opinion, that's the issue that my family has is they got married and had kids at like 20,
Mm,
and then they either don't have a job or they get minimum wage.
mm.
So
Yeah,
that's
that's not good.
that is not the life I want to live, and that's just not what I plan on doing. Do I make minimum wage
Mm,
now and have a job? Yes, I do. But that's something you do in your early 20s, and then like
right.
you should try to plan ahead. Unless your dream job is to work at like Macy's or something. Which,
Yeah, that's a little weird.
by the way, my ex works with me, and she said her dream job was to be a store owner of Macy's.
Wait, woodchucks?
Uh, why do I don't know how to every single time? I swear to God, I don't know how to say this name.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Why do I always forget how to say? I swear to God, I dated her for a month.
Hey, you probably didn't say her name enough. I guess I don't know.
I have a friend with the same
That's
name.
weird,
I mean, come on.
bro. Wait. Is this the girl you showed me? Like her Instagram?
Did I? I I can't
No, I don't think you did.
I can't
Because
remember.
it's.
I can't remember. She works with me though. That's all I know.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, so there's that other piece of information out of the way. I've already said so many stories, but I have more, which I forgot I even had, because I forgot this happened this time frame. Sheena broke up with her boyfriend. That was interesting.
Oh yeah, that was our one of our guests, right?
Yes. Ah,
So,
that episode was so cringe.
bro, it's just the end part.
Yeah,
The
just
rest
the
of it was cool, but the end part was just really awkward.
yeah.
And the way she dipped out, that just didn't help.
Oh,
Like, oh man.
we got to get her back on for another episode one of these days.
Yeah, I hope she's not too traumatized by that. But yeah,
Oh man,
hopefully she'll come back on for another episode. We need
I
more people to.
I hope we
Yeah,
need
that'd
more
be really
guests.
interesting for sure.
We've only had
And you
one
know,
guest
I
so
think
far.
yeah, but honestly, I don't even know who else we could bring on. I mean, I guess we could ask around, but
We could bring one of the. We could bring both Owens on. They'd both be good guests.
I definitely got to bring the Owen that moved on for sure.
Yeah.
Because that's just been like a long stretch of like, there's probably a lot going on with him. So,
I mean,
be really
he
interesting.
is the manager of a Dunkin' now. So
Yeah, so he's definitely making big. And then wasn't he like, nah, he wasn't getting married.
no. He was in a.
Everyone else is getting
Or
married,
was he?
not him.
No, he was in a like a really a year long relationship, and then they
Mm.
broke up on
I
the
mean,
one
he's
year.
always dating somebody.
Yeah,
So,
he always is.
I mean,
I think he's with somebody else now.
we need to get Owen on to ask him. How are you finding these people? I don't know where he finds them from.
I don't know either. I don't know
Like,
either.
I have no idea.
Like we gotta ask. We gotta ask eventually. I gotta
I
like
think
sit
also you just
down.
have to have like contacts because I know some friends who they'll be with someone from a completely different school, but the only reason they know that person is because they know them from someone else who knows them, and then they meet that way. Like their friend will put them on with this person. So I think you just have to have connections as well. That's probably something that's helping him.
Yeah, and we
Um,
don't have connections, unfortunately.
Dude, I really don't have any connections besides you. So like, it's not really. Um,
I mean, hey,
yeah, I don't have that.
I got a good bit of
Hey,
friends,
yeah,
but I
you
wouldn't
do have
call them
some
connections.
connections.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call them connections because like none of them have any good friends.
Yeah, and like you got me, but I don't have any connections. So
Yeah, that's the thing.
so it's like, right, that's the thing.
I
So,
have some friends, but none of my friends have connections. So
right, because like there's some friends like that you met some of these people through, and yeah, they're not.
yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure you gave them a try as well, and it just didn't work out. So it's yeah, it's really about um,
most of my friends are girls, and I can tell you,
yeah.
I've given at least 90% of them a try.
Mm,
And that I mean that leads to a story that happened today. But we'll touch that on a little bit because I gotta talk about this Sheena situation a bit because like
all right.
I don't think I mentioned it on a podcast,
Mm-mm.
but like 2 3 weeks I can't remember the time frame of how any of this went down. 2 or 3 weeks before they even broke up, like, he was saying some like horrible crap about her, and like I was calling it like mental abuse or whatever, and I was just pissed at him, and like because she was drunk or whatever, and he was saying all this stuff about her being nasty. But yeah, they didn't break up because that. They broke up because once she was starting school, she's like, okay, I'm done with all this. I think they broke up on the September 4th or 5th. Like
Mm.
that was nuts. That was nuts. I was happy when I heard that they broke up because
Good news, yeah.
I
I mean,
always
because
had
even
a
before that, he always yeah. Even
feeling he
before
was
that,
like weird and off
yeah.
and like not a good choice. I mean, he wasn't that bad in the early
Hey, I'll say
stages.
this. I'll say this. You always have a good what's the word? I guess intuition. I don't know about people and who like they're dating
This is
because
true.
every single time it goes exactly how you expected it to. Like
Yeah,
you just have this bad feeling, and that's just how it goes with every single person. Like it's weird how spot on you've been with some of these like guys that these some of these girls have been dating, and even like people that I've like talked to, you would have a bad intuition about them, and then uh, it didn't work out. So
yeah. It turned out I was right.
yeah, yeah,
I don't know how I'm
every
always
last one
right.
of them.
I don't
Yeah,
know how I'm always right about these things. I'm just kind of glad that I am.
yeah,
I just want to keep these people safe.
yeah.
I mean, when I was
That's
friends
good.
with Christmas Ribbon, or was it paper towel? I don't remember which one's which. The blonde one. When I was friends with the
I
blonde
think it's
one,
yeah.
I knew her boyfriend was just straight up a fuckboy right off. Not right off the bat, but I learned it from just one picture and you're just quoting one thing he said. I'm like, okay, I figured this guy out. They broke up, and I was friends with her for about 3 days after they broke up, and then it was over. So hey,
Mm.
that happened. That was the past. That was last year, almost a year. My God.
Wow.
I started tagging her in TikToks just because.
What?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just started tagging her in TikToks. She hasn't seen a single one of them. But I hope when she opens up her TikTok, I hope that she's just flooded with notifications. I just tag her in random stuff. It's been quite a lot. I need to stop, to be honest. But yeah,
Yeah. I don't know if she's gonna see it.
it would be funny if she did. But
She probably. I mean, how do you know if she sees it or not?
well, she hasn't blocked me yet,
Ah,
so that's a good sign.
that is a good indicator. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That whole story, like that whole situation last year, is crazy, and like everybody who's been a long time listener of this podcast knows it. But man,
I
and
can't believe all the stuff that happened last year, bro.
yeah,
Like, oh my gosh, that was a year of just,
like you thought COVID was bad. Wait until you lose your paper towel and Christmas ribbon.
dude, it was pain, bro. It can't relate to, bro, the type of quarantine I was going through when I was dealing with like all these different people. Um, it can't compare. Like, I
No,
was
it
alone
can't.
in a different way. I was separated in a different way.
Like you're already feeling
Yeah,
really bad because this quarantine is just like killing you. And we were like at the end of senior year, just winding down, and that's right when this thing hits, and that was bad. And then you got all these problems with all these people you think care about you in some sort of way, and then that spirals out of control, and then what's next? I mean,
life is crazy, man.
yeah, truthfully, it
Just,
really is.
just back to back, just getting hit with stuff. But you know what? I think it was for the better because every last one of them did not work out, and it was for the better that they did not work out.
I'd still like
Like
to know
I just,
why, but
yeah, that's literally. I think that's the only thing that still bothers us is is why, like, what did we do wrong? Like even for me, right? Like I knew with one person, but with the rest of them, it was just they didn't really say anything. They just kind of faded away.
I
So,
mean, you got the
um,
45-minute voicemail, and you got a handwritten letter in cursive that
man,
nobody could
that
understand.
yeah, that's true. But that one just it annoys me, like just to think about that situation because of a lot of different reasons. The way she went about it was not it, and
Yeah,
it's a lot deeper than that. You don't just like leave somebody like that, you know.
yeah,
It's
that's
a lot deeper than
that's
that.
that's my issue with like, especially paper towel, Christmas ribbon, and the letter
Yeah,
girl. That's like they didn't
letter girl, is that a
letter
new
girl.
one?
Yeah, that's her official name.
Okay, all
It,
right.
it's like they didn't fully realize like what they were doing to us,
Mhm.
and I've always felt like that, but nothing you can do now. Again, it would be very very interesting to get any of these three on this podcast. Just talk about what
Oh
happened
my
because I'm
god,
very interested to know. Like that's
dude, that would be a great podcast if we
exactly.
just sit down and reconcile like everything that went down.
Yeah,
Bro, we got to make that happen some one way or another. Yeah.
that's like that's my most anticipated podcast if I can get one of them on, just to see what happened. If we never talk again after that, like 30 minutes of the podcast or whatever, I'd totally be cool with never talking to them again after that. I just want to know what happened. Like if I can sit
One
down,
last talk.
you and me work it out with whoever it is, that would be interesting, in
Mhm.
my opinion. But that won't happen. I just highly highly doubt it. Like
Yeah, I mean, we've been trying to find different ways to make it happen. Like in a way, like try to hit them up, but
yeah,
can't really get to them because they don't respond. I mean, if they would just respond, then we could work something out, but they don't want to. So it's really up to them, to be honest. So it's
I
not much you
mean,
can do.
I've truly been waiting for like one of the two that I knew to care at some point, but neither of them do, which is really unfortunate. But hopefully one day, they will. Who knows? But let's move on from that. That is way in the past, and let's keep it there until we have an update. I'm gonna go in the slightly more recently. Well, it's actually quite more recently. I got some breaking news. Me and Ashton are going to work together.
Mm,
Isn't that great? I got him in the
that
doors.
is.
It's great, Um, well, we're not exactly going to be working together because we're in two different departments, but our departments are right next to each other, so it's pretty close. But I feel like that's going to be great.
Mm.
And that's something I'm.
Yeah, you guys can connect on that. I used to work with some friends,
Yeah.
and it was nice when we worked together because we got to experience the same thing. Every now and then we see each other, so it made work a little more fun. Like for me, it's kind of like what y'all are probably gonna deal with, like in terms of being in different departments. Because where I was in the back. They were in the front making food.
Hmm.
So only every now and then did I get to actually talk to them. And when I got off of work, I could talk to them. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of gonna be the same thing. But
Yeah, this is true. This is
yeah,
true.
so it's pretty dope, bro.
Yep. And I work in a grocery store deli, by the way, for people who don't know on this podcast. And well, there's a section next to us that makes fried chicken, and then I'm the section that's the deli. So he's gonna be in that like, fried chicken section, whatever. I believe, if I'm correct. So yeah, that
It's
would
gonna
be.
smell like chicken.
Uh, yeah,
Nice.
it's. I mean, yeah, working over there, you smell like chicken. Working over where we are, you smell like deli meat. I mean, it's not really a
Mm.
win for anybody. And then there's the days where they cook the fish. Oh, that is horrible.
Mm.
Like cooked
I
fish.
can't believe people like fish, bro.
Yeah,
Oh my.
I mean, sushi wasn't bad when I used to have it, but
Ooh, sushis. I just had sushi for the first time. Oh, bro, it was good.
yeah, I mean, sushi. It didn't miss. It didn't miss, if I'm being
Definitely did not.
honest. It was not too bad.
It better not have missed because for me it was expensive.
Yeah, it's sushi's
Mm.
never
Cheap.
cheap if it's good. Like grocery
Wait, do y'all
store
sell sushi?
sushis, huh?
Do y'all sell sushi?
Oh yeah, there's a sushi section that's right by us. There's
You
this.
should try it.
I can't eat it because I'm vegetarian. Well, there's vegetarian sushi.
Yeah,
I've
you should
had.
give that a try.
I've had it.
It, oh,
It's passable. It's passable.
fastball. I mean, I guess that's a lot of vegan food, right? Or vegetarian food.
I mean, the Beyond Burger is very good, but
Oh yeah, I've had that before.
yeah, I'd say that just in general the grocery store sushi that we have there is just okay. Like it's if you go to a restaurant it tastes good, like really good. But you go to a
Mm,
grocery store it's just okay. Which is really unfortunate because the two people there, it's this guy and this girl. They are the only two that work there, but they're both very nice. They always say hi all the time or whatever. Yeah, very nice
yeah,
people.
definitely want to live in. Not live. You definitely want to work at a place where there's decent people because I think.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's interesting that you say that because I remember there's a story that you told about some coworker that just. Do they even work there now? As a coworker who wasn't doing their job, making it harder for you because you had to pick up their slack. I can't
Oh yeah,
remember
they
if
still do. They still do.
oh, they still do.
Yeah.
Uh,
I my
yeah, I hate to do
One of my other coworkers complains about them literally every day. I mean, hey, listen, they're nice. I think I think everybody's nice. I truly don't have a single I don't have a problem with anybody in the store. I don't have a problem with anybody in the store whatsoever. But I'm just saying, if you're leaving dirt somewhere, you could at least try, at least try. That's my personal opinion.
It's not asking much.
Yeah, I mean it's not.
But people are gonna be lazy, you know.
That is true.
Um, bro, like I swear, whenever you work in a fast food place, that's all you're gonna get. There's always gonna be that one person that's lazy because every single fast food or like food place I worked has been like that. When I worked at as a dishwasher, everyone was lazy with when it came to cleaning off the dishes. Like they all they had to do was throw the food in the trash, and then I washed the dishes. But they left the food or they left the trash and the food on the plate. So I'd have to it'd either fall into the sink or I'd have to go each time to throw it in the trash. Like, and they're also supposed to help take out the trash, but they didn't do that either. And then with fast food, you got people messing up the orders and they're not telling you about it until it's too late. Like the person gets to the window, they mess up an order, and then you have to deal with it. They just kind of throw the issue on you, and that's what you're gonna deal with whenever you work in fast food or a restaurant place, because that's just
Yeah,
how it is. I mean,
I
it's
I don't plan on working fast food.
yeah. I mean, you didn't even want to. It's just it's all you could really get, right? Like it's hard to get anything outside of that.
Oh, I mean, I'm not fast food now because
You're
I, I
not.
I work in a grocery store deli. I mean, I wouldn't call that fast food.
Well, no, no, it's not. It's not fast food, but it's
Yeah,
like food.
yeah,
Yeah,
true. It's
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 hard to
not
get anything
horrible.
outside of. Yeah, yeah. I mean, as long as you're not working enough, like a fast paced environment, it's honestly not too bad.
I was by
But
myself the other day, and I tell you that was horrendous.
yeah,
Well, that's
they're
that.
understaffed.
Um, was somebody called off, and somebody else came in like way later, like towards the end of the shift before I closed.
I see.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot.
I gotta close every day, and it's yeah.
Hate closing shifts, bro. I love opening shifts. I used to have closing shifts for when I worked at Wendy's, bro. That was the worst
Yeah, I mean, you
because
got
y'all probably deal with the thing is yeah, like you probably deal with the thing where you're closing, like you're cleaning up, and then someone comes in and decides to order.
yeah, that's the worst part.
So that
That
probably must
is
suck.
that's yeah, it does suck, which is funny because the area where they cook the chicken and all that, they close
Yeah.
half an hour before they're scheduled to leave.
Mm.
But we
I,
close when we're supposed to leave.
how come? Well, is that like, are they allowed to do that, or are they
Yeah,
just like,
that's what their
wow,
thing says. They close at
that's
six
crazy?
thirty, and they leave at 7, and we close at 7 and we leave at 7.
I mean, or you try to leave at 7,
Oh yeah,
and
actively,
I
actively.
feel that.
Well,
It kind of happens with me,
mm,
well, because I work at Home Depot, right?
yeah,
Um, so basically, if I'm getting ready to clock out and whatnot, because I got to throw away all my trash and I put my stuff in my locker. But then customers will come up to me, even though the funny thing is I'm not supposed to help customers. That's not my job. So, but obviously they still ask me because I look like I work there because I got this orange shirt on. So, um, yeah, I always get stopped when I'm trying to clock out, and it's it takes up a lot of time because um,
I mean,
helping a customer is not quick. So,
the
yeah.
second you're supposed to clock out, just rip the apron off and then go running.
Oh no, it's not an apron. It's a shirt. It's a full on
Oh,
shirt.
they give them
But
shirts now.
because we're like a different type of like associate. Like
Oh,
everyone else wears aprons, we just wear like the shirt.
ah,
Um, but obviously people don't see a difference. They see the orange shirt, they're gonna go up to
ah. Well, bring like a hoodie and
you.
then put it on quickly and zip it up.
Oh, trust me, I tried, and they said, bro, they have such stupid rules now. At first, it was that like I tried to put a hoodie on, they said, "Nah, you gotta take it off. Earbuds, gotta take it off." At one point, they said no water, but now they let that go because they don't even have AC in the place. But I mean,
No water.
it's insane. No water, bro.
They want you to die. Or you
That's
just
what I'm
pass out
saying.
right in the
Like,
middle of a
bro,
shift.
And that's probably why it didn't last for too long because I bet you everyone was complaining.
I bet they were.
Dude,
I bet they
no
were.
way, bro.
Well,
Come
okay. Well, we've talked quite a bit about work. Let's actually got to talk a little more about work because we have something that I forgot. Um, about when was this? Was this last Monday? I think. I think last Monday. All right. So we're not allowed to give samples, right?
on. Yeah.
Because of the pandemic. So I hand this guy. Well, I didn't hand him. I showed this guy cheese because he wanted American cheese. All of our American cheese is pre-cut. It comes sliced in the package. So I show this guy. He sees it. Him and his wife seeing it. They got their classic Trump attire on or whatever. Sees it, grabs it from my hand, and this man just sniffed it. And then he passed to his wife. She sniffed it, and then he ate it. I mean, it was something. It was
Mm.
something. Why would somebody sniff cheese?
Man, I don't even know. I can't say I've done it before.
Like he just ripped it out of my hand, sniffed it, handed it to his wife. She sniffed it, then he took it back and ate it. I told my coworker that. She was laughing, and she's laughing her ass off. Like it was funny. I tell you, it was funny. And then the next day, there's a kid on a bike inside the store.
In the store?
Yeah.
In the store.
Yep. And then
Okay.
she
Interesting.
she told him to stop when she was come back from the bathroom, and then she was telling me the story like behind the deli counter. And yeah, she was telling me the story. Then he comes riding along, still on the bike, and then she tells him to stop again, and then he gets off.
That's insane, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the craziest thing that we've had is probably like, people who don't want to wear masks so they come inside. Well, this was before like people were forced to wear masks. Um, and yeah, people would just come inside the store, not wear a mask. We tell them to put a mask on and they don't listen. And then, we have people that steal. I've only seen one like person steal ever, but it happens a lot apparently. I just miss it because there's always cops coming inside of Home Depot because there's someone stealing, so you have to check the cameras and stuff. But yeah, it's nothing like that though.
yeah, it was a pretty wild 2 days. Like you go from a cheese sniffer to a kid on a bike. I mean,
You sniffer.
I don't think it was a kid either. He was by himself. He looked like 17 to 20, somewhere around there.
Mm.
I don't know how you could think that's acceptable. Get a bike lock, put it outside. You don't need to ride around with it. But anyway, that's enough of work stuff. I'm off today. I've heard quite enough about work from myself.
Oh yeah, you're off and talking about it, man.
Yeah,
No way.
yeah, I am. I work
No,
tomorrow,
I don't like to. Oh,
so that'll be great.
what time do you? Yeah, wait. When do you even work? It's
Just
like
drop my phone on the floor 1 second.
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I work like 2 to 7.
2 to 7. Jeez. I work 5 hours too, but like, I don't know. See, when you work like that, like afternoon to nighttime, it just feels like a horrible shift. At least for me,
It's not too bad.
because it's not.
Not
I guess.
not really. I rather not do the morning because I mean,
Mm.
morning was bad for me in high school.
High school. Bro, like I still struggle to wake up
They
early,
had
but
us
I
up
get
too
it done.
early.
Bro, 6 o'clock. You did though. You did it.
It's true.
Now, if you were doing 5 hours, so it'd probably be like, what's the earliest you could work? Do you know?
Like noon. I sometimes do 12 to 5.
Oh,
When I don't
12 to
close, I do
5. That
12 to 5. And we open at 7.
ooh,
We're from 7 to 7.
yeah. We open at 7 too. I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole store opens at or closes at 10, but our department closes at 7. which is good. I don't think those late night meat eaters are getting in the way. Well, let's get to current times. Let's get to today. Um,
Right.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened here. I think Olivia has some type of problem with me. I thought this for the past 2 months, but
I was just gonna say, yeah, this is definitely a situation you got to talk about because it was definitely weird. I don't know
yeah, I don't
what
quite
you
know how to
really did.
explain. Basically
Yeah.
yesterday, my friend Destiny, I've mentioned her before. She had the kid a couple months ago. I can't. That's another dumb decision. She had a kid. Had two people get engaged. I mean, jeez. Anyway, yeah. So she was riding a bike yesterday or something. She scraped her head up, like she fell over, hit her head or something. There's a big gash across the side of her forehead.
Ooh,
She might have blocked my phone number for some reason because I asked if she's all
what
right.
the?
I don't know what's happening at all. But so
It's never that deep.
I was texting Becca, who's a friend of both me and her, and I told her about it. And yeah, she was asking if she's okay, and I'm like, she doesn't know. Looks like she needs stitches. They got to check for concussion. She's like, ooh, damn. And I mean, yeah, it makes sense if she basically cracked her head open. And then I said this. Keep in mind, this is a joke. I said, wish she'd crack my head open like that. And I did like the lip bite, like fuckboy emoji thing, or whatever.
Mm.
And then she's like, uh-huh. I'm like, glad you agree. Then she's like, okay then. Do you crying laughing emoji. And today, 12:48 p.m. EST. All right. I get a text, and it says, "This is Olivia," and this is on Becca's phone. This is Olivia.
Mm.
Please do not ever say you want her to crack your head open like that. This is traumatizing to hear. Also, you're like 20.
What does your age have to do with it, though?
I
I
have
don't
no clue. I don't know. Like,
like.
they're both 17. Destiny's 19. But both Becca and
Mm.
Olivia are 17. And I don't know what this has to do with it. By the way, I texted Olivia a question mark and she didn't care to answer. Like I texted Olivia's actual number.
That's what gets me the most, though. Like they get mad and they don't want to really talk about it. And I guess in the moment I get that, but I really hope that sometime she responds. Like sometime later on she responds. Because if she never responds, that's still I would really start to think about what the situation is between you guys. Because that's weird. If they're not like, because it's one
Something's
thing
up.
to take some time away. Exactly. It's one thing to take some time away when you're mad, but if you don't like eventually like once you've all cooled down and stuff, like tell the person what's wrong, then it's just from my personal experience too. Like if they're not telling you what's wrong, you should check into that.
And I'd like to point out Becca didn't seem to actually care.
Mm,
Just Olivia for
right.
some reason had Becca's phone and she seemed to care. So I don't know.
So weird. And then she's just not responding. Like I don't know why she's taking it so
Yeah, I mean
personal.
I don't know. Because I asked Becca, I was like, why is Olivia so mad? And she says she just read what you said and got uncomfortable and wanted to say something. I'm like, okay.
Mm.
Again, doesn't make any sense.
All right, that didn't.
Doesn't make any sense. None of these people can make any sense. I don't know why. But that's all about what this podcast is, right? People not making sense and us
Yep.
talking about it and having no clue what they mean.
Literally all of this. I think just about every episode, it's about
This
just
is
people
true.
being weird. You know,
This is
just
true. And Olivia, I don't know if you still watch or listen to these, but I want some answers.
that's right. Sometimes she watches these. It's
She
going to be
watched the first
interesting.
couple.
Yeah, I don't know if she's been keeping up, but it'd be
Yeah.
interesting if she kept up with this one. And then
Um,
probably bring her on, you know. I'm saying this right now, I'm putting that out there. You know, she wants to come on.
we
That'd be great.
we've talked about her coming on before. We even talked about it in an episode, and that didn't happen.
Mm, that
Everybody
is
was
true. Wait,
disappointed
what
in
do we
our.
even do though?
I don't even know what we actually ended up doing. I can't remember. I'm just surprised that we got Sheena on for that one episode.
Yeah, me too. I didn't expect it. I thought something was gonna come up, you know, and it just would never happen. But it was a good episode, though.
It was. It was. And so was this one.
Definitely. This was a very juicy episode filled with a lot of. I think we did a good summary, too, you know?
Yeah.
I really don't know what else is noticeable or notable, I mean, in the last 2 months.
Yeah, you got a pretty good glimpse into our lives, I guess, of, you know, what's been happening. Next episode, is it okay to have preference? We're going to talk about our love for Latinas for some reason.
Latinas.
I don't know why we thought this was a good
I have
idea.
I have another ethnicity to add into there. I have another ethnicity.
Oh boy, what is it?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that in the next episode. It could come out next week. Could be the week after. It could be the week after that. It could be January. Who knows? But well, as always, thank you for watching. Oh my God. Thank you for watching or listening. There you go. To the podcast. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Google Podcasts. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it on random websites I've never heard of. You can't find it on Apple Podcasts. All right? I don't know why.
Everywhere but Apple Podcasts.
Everywhere but Apple. Even your mom's basement. I mean, you know, it's everywhere. I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm sure someone's mother listens to this somewhere.
On a record player.
Yeah, record player.
Yeah, bro. I bet you.
Well, that's
all right.
That's it for us. Have a good couple months, year, days, minutes. Who knows?
Indeed.